tell you that I love you 100 times a day. You'll get tired of my voice, that's how much I'm gonna tell you that I'll miss you. I'll miss you if you go. Yes, I'm gonna let you know just how much I tell your mama, I tell your papa too. I'm gonna let everyone know about my love, so I really hope you love me too. Yeah, I really hope you love me too. I'm gonna tell you, gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you that I need you. I need you.
Hi everyone and welcome to the vlog. Today Olivia and I are going to be doing a little bit of reading catch up today. Now the book that we are going to be reading is called Pet Sematary by Stephen King, and we had already started a vlog. Now where we currently are, we are approximately halfway through the book. And lo and behold, Olivia is actually quite liking it. Olivia does get frightened very easily. Some things that she gets frightened about include sudden loud noises, sudden movements, but Stephen King's atmosphere of impending doom does not frighten her. Now, typically when Olivia reads, we snuggle together, and she has not been afraid whatsoever about finding out what is going to be happening in the next chapters of this book. We are actually at a point in the book where specifically Church, the family cat, has undergone some unfortunate events. I don't want to spoil it, but I have a feeling that you might have a hunch just like I did about what would happen. And now, unfortunately, what has happened to little Church is quite sad. The atmosphere of this book so far has been one of the best aspects of reading this book. It is spooky, it is full of frights, and you just kind of have this feeling that something disastrous is about to happen to the cat. Now I am at a point where, just like the blurb on the book says, there are some terrible vibes that you get from the Pet Sematary. Blood chilling is what he seems to say. Now, we are going to continue reading this book, and we are definitely looking forward to it. I need to know exactly what has happened, how it has happened, and so does Olivia. She definitely needs to know. Now, a couple of fun things with this vlog. Today is Halloween, and we are going to have a wonderful day. I am going to have a nice bath, and in fact, I have asked my Instagram followers exactly what bath bomb they think that I should have. Either a monster or a pumpkin. And I will be using the Bewitched bath bomb from Lush. Totally vegan and totally cruelty-free. We're going to make a vegan pumpkin spice latte. So my partner is actually out getting some ingredients. It's going to have maple syrup, pumpkin puree, pumpkin spice of course, and all of the wonderful things. And of course we are going to continue doing our reading. The other book that we have in mind is called The Woman in Black, and I have been listening to it through audiobook. I still have about 2 hours left of that audiobook, and I also have a physical copy. So during my bath, I will likely be listening to the audiobook, which is one of my absolute favorite things to do. So that is everything for now. I will head to the bath. I am going to give Olivia some Halloween catnip as a little treat, because every cat deserves a treat on Halloween. See you soon. Okay, now here are my two candidates. I have this little pumpkin, which smells of pumpkin spice, or this monster. So I did post a poll on my Instagram. It may be a little bit early, but I do hope I have some votes because I cannot choose what I want to do. And this is the lovely Bewitched bubble bar. So basically you just crumble this under the bath water and it is supposed to give you lots and lots of bubbles. So I am definitely going to be using this guy and it looks a little bit rough right now. Going to be using a little bit of him and I will let you know what I think. I think that pairs perfectly with Pet Sematary. Don't you think? So let's go check my phone to see what the results were. Hi! Oh, so this is so much fun. It looks like the majority have chosen the pumpkin. And I think that the pumpkin is such a perfect choice for Halloween. I'm sure that there will be more votes coming in, but I am happy and satisfied with the pumpkin. Olivia agrees.
There's a world inside my head. I get lost in it from time to time. No one has a spare key, the only one is inside of me. Oh, I don't really dare to escape. Fall out in another space, so I stay.
Hey,
Oh, here we go. Feeling so awful. I don't really know what's on, 'cause I'm a restless soul. Oh, here we go. Feeling so awful. I don't know where to go. Yeah, I'm a homeless soul. There's a war in me tonight. I try to stop it by escaping it. This game has lost its fun. Let me out, take me down. Hey, I don't really dare to escape. Fall out in another space, so I stay.
hey.
Oh, here we go. Feeling so awful. I don't really know what's on, 'cause I'm a restless soul. You know the drama. You know the drama.
Hi guys, I'm going to try something new. So last night we decided not to read and instead decided to watch The Haunting of Hill House. So yesterday was Halloween and we decided not to continue to read too much of Stephen King. I decided that would be something left for today, and instead we ended up making that wonderful pumpkin spice latte that you saw. My partner cooked a stir fry and it was full of mushrooms. Olivia also had a really good dinner and we decided to watch The Haunting of Hill House. The Haunting of Hill House is based off of the book, but it has a different story. So in the Netflix show, it revolves around a house in which a family moves into. Now this house is pretty famous for the hauntings that have gone on in the past, but this family decides that they will go to Hill House, make it over, and then from there, sell it for profit. The longer the family stays at Hill House, the more weird things start to happen. And specifically, the children start to see things that may not be there, and the mother starts to become more ill the further along it goes. The story is really centered in present day though. It moves forward after they have lived at Hill House. And you actually get to see the escape in episode 1. and I really think that it is a interesting story. I did really enjoy the characters, and I think that it is a very good haunted house type of story. There is one episode in particular, and there is a long portion of the episode which it just has one continuous shot. It felt unsettling. You were constantly wondering what is happening, and I kept looking in the periphery to see if there were any ghosts. Right, Olivia? So last night, instead of finishing this book, Pet Sematary by Stephen King, or I believe it was called The Woman in Black, we decided just to finish Hill House. So yeah, I would recommend watching it. It would probably be something good to watch during Halloween, so next Halloween. And then shortly after finishing that, we decided to go to bed. Now, today I was reading Pet Sematary, but I had to DNF it. I personally think that Stephen King is a very good writer. However, there were some components of the book that I just was pretty offended with. I just felt very put off by the writing, but also to the language of the writing. For me, it was too hard to distinguish, like, are these characters that you're writing that use this type of language and have these sort of behaviors and attitudes? Or is it the author? And I was given a warning before reading this book that me and Olivia might not like it, but I just couldn't get past certain aspects of the book. So yeah, that was just not for me, and that is basically where I'm going to end today's vlog. So thank you for spending your Halloween with me. We're really looking forward to November. In November, I personally would really love to read some nonfiction. I know Nonfiction November is a thing, and I may not do a TBR for November, but just basically discuss what my contenders are. So yeah, I hope that you will join us in November. Thank you everyone for a fun Vlogtober, and now we are off to edit, and I am going to film my October favorite. That's everything for today. Bye!